there's a reason why you're able to talk and say whatever you want to say, but you're not going to have freedom of read. On this space, you can say whatever you want. They're all just algorithms. Everything you're saying is a weapon that's going to be used against you. So everything that you're saying right now is making up the foundations of your social credit score. And if we haven't figured out the PSYOP yet, as we currently speak, Elon Musk and X are applying for state-level money transmitters across the United States of America in 52 different states and around the world. Very soon, this will be a financial services provider. I used to live in Hong Kong, and in Hong Kong, we used WeChat for most of our transactions. The difference between China and America is that America thinks that they're not being used in the same way that they are being used in China. China has a culture of knowing that the government has overreach, but in America, they don't think that their FICO score plus their social credit score, or let's say their social media score, plus everything that comes together to make up your profile to determine whether you're able to be a debt slave to the financial system or not. Now, when X becomes a regulated financial services company, it has a legal obligation by punishment of prison in order to file suspicious activity reports for anything that they think is suspicious, as defined in the Patriot Act.
This guy's really smart, guys. Listen up. This guy Simon's really smart.
As defined in the Patriot Act and the Bank Secrecy Act. In those, everything I have been posting on X since 2009. It knows everything that I have wanted to say publicly since 2009, and in the year since October the 7th or so, everything that I have said about the genocide and everything about those opinions. All of that is making up the algorithm right now. And he will continue to allow us to talk, because the more we talk, the more truth he understands about us. It's not that it wants to be promoted or not. He'll still promote the messages. The algorithm will promote the messages that they want, but they want you to continue talking. Now, when you file your suspicious activity reports, there is going to be so much in our profiles that has to be analyzed in conjunction with our financial transactions. Once X knows how we spend, what we spend on, and everything we say and publicly say, is going to need artificial intelligence in order to analyze that and automatically file those reports. Grok is the part that will be analyzing all of the data, automatically filing reports to regulators. Regulators are going to get swamped and overwhelmed with all of this data. And eventually it's going to disrupt regulators, because regulators are going to have to hire artificial intelligence to analyze all of the suspicious activity reports that are being sent to them, because they can't humanly keep up, which is what Mark Zuckerberg wants to do as well. And so eventually, artificial intelligence is what's going to take over regulations. It's going to take over the ability for even the central banks to operate. And that's all going to be powered by artificial intelligence. And the technocrats, they all want to be the back end of the system. If they wanted freedom of speech, this would be done open source and decentralized, where we could all analyze the algorithm and we could understand what people are doing. But there's not open source, because the reason is that they're trying to create a honeypot, and that honeypot is our social credit score. And that social credit score, you'll be accidentally walking into it. And the funny thing is, there ain't a damn thing we can do about it, because we're all addicted to our ability to actually call out the things and say the things that we're able to say and have a platform to do it. And so this is the direction that it's headed to. And everyone just needs to recognize it, that freedoms are being taken away. This is the new flavor of, neo, freedom of speech. We need to fight against it. Eventually, we need to be on a decentralized platform, and we need to do this open source. At the moment, all of the network effect is here, but eventually, hopefully, it implodes on itself and we end up on a decentralized platform, because they try too hard, gain too much power, and the whole thing bloody blows up on itself. Welcome to the future.